Liverpool's summer transfer business has taken another decisive step forward, and this time it's officially done. After days of mounting speculation, quiet negotiations, and shifting headlines, Fabrizio Romano has now given his trademark seal of approval to the Reds' latest move. With a deal finalised and all the key details falling into place, Liverpool have secured another important piece in their squad rebuild. The identity of the signing, that's where things get even more interesting. Let's break it down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, though Liverpool's interest in Marc Guehi has quietened in recent weeks, the club are expected to contact Crystal Palace in the not-too-distant future. It is a month since reports first emerged over Liverpool pursuing Crystal Palace centre-back Guehi, and many would have hoped for a resolution by now. The sad passing of Diogo Jota rightly stalled any developments on the transfer front, however, and though it may now be mid-July, there should be no concern over a lack of movement. Liverpool are still expected to push for an agreement with Palace, and BBC Sports' Sami Mokbel believes there is a deal to be done. Speaking to the Redmen TV, Mokbel explained, "That interest is ongoing. My understanding at the moment is that there isn't anything club to club yet. I expect that to happen in some form or another in the not too distant future. It's down to the clubs reaching an agreement. I don't know if it'll be necessarily that easy, knowing how Palace operate." Palace are reported to value Guehi at £65 million, but with only a year left on his contract and no extension in the works, it seems unlikely they will achieve that figure. However, Mokbel suggested that Liverpool would be unwise to attempt a lowball offer, with more cordial club-to-club contact advised first. "I think what would be wise from all parties in this situation would be to start the formal part of the deal. Go through the front door, speak about a possible fee, rather than just slapping a bid on the table, see if they can reach a middle ground," he continued. "I think if Liverpool were to just go in with a low formal bid, what may happen is that you could risk antagonising the selling club. I don't think you really want that, so if they can, I think all parties probably realise that there is a deal to be done here." Clearly, those within Liverpool's recruitment setup will already know this, particularly having likely already been in talks with Guehi's representatives over the mechanics of any deal. The Palace captain himself is clearly open to a move to Anfield, as most players would be, but the selling club's stance could make matters difficult. A fee closer to the £40 million mark seems realistic, and would largely be covered by Jarell Quansah's £35 million switch to Bayer Leverkusen earlier in the summer. But it may take careful negotiating with Palace in order to strike an agreement anywhere close to that. Now, in a Fabrizio Romano confirmed done deal, it looks like Liverpool's next major signing is all but sealed. Hugo Ekitike is on the brink of becoming a Red. After a week of swirling speculation, shifting targets, and mounting anticipation, the club appears to have struck a decisive agreement with Eintracht Frankfurt. What started with murmurs of a potential move for Alexander Isak has rapidly evolved into a full-blown pursuit of Ekitike, and now it seems that chase is nearly complete. According to multiple sources, including Fabrizio Romano, Liverpool has reached a total agreement with Frankfurt for the highly rated French forward. The deal is believed to be worth around £80 million, including add-ons, with personal terms already wrapped up shortly after the Reds made their initial approach. Talks between the two clubs intensified over the weekend, culminating in Sunday's reported breakthrough. Romano posted on X this morning stating, "Breaking, Hugo Ekitike to Liverpool, here we go. Deal in place for the fee over €90 million for the French striker to join from Eintracht Frankfurt, potentially reaching €95 million. 6-year deal for Ekitike, valid until June 2031. He only wanted Liverpool move." New striker for slot. Ekitike is now expected to undergo a medical in the coming days. With all the major pieces seemingly in place, fans are now glued to Liverpool's official channels, anticipating the moment the deal is formally unveiled. The Guardian had already hinted that a transfer could be finalised within the week, and the Athletic's David Ornstein added further fuel to the fire by reporting on Saturday that the club was actively working to finalise the deal in the next day or so. All signs point to a swift conclusion, and a big statement from Arne Slot's Liverpool. While the medical is likely to take place on Merseyside, its timing means Ekitike will miss the opening leg of Liverpool's pre-season tour in Asia. The squad departed for Hong Kong today ahead of a clash with AC Milan on July 26, but there's still a chance the striker could join up with his new teammates later in the trip, with another friendly set for July 30th in Japan against Yokohama F. Marinos. The arrival of Ekitike signals intent, ambition, and a squad being shaped to challenge on all fronts once again. Now, all that remains is the final confirmation, and it could drop any moment. In other news, Ben Doak has impressed in the early weeks of Liverpool's pre-season, but he is still expected to leave this summer with a new Premier League club interested. Doak produced an excellent performance in the second half of the 3-1 friendly win at Preston last weekend, and has caught the eye in sessions at the AXA Training Centre. But despite more changes to come in Arne Slot's attacking ranks, the Scot is likely to depart the club on a permanent basis this summer. The Liverpool Echo's Ian Doyle writes that Liverpool are likely to be tempted by offers of around £25 million, with Doak being assessed by several clubs. One of those is Nottingham Forest, with Doyle corroborating an exclusive from the Express's Charlie Gordon earlier in the week. Forest are claimed to have registered their interest in the 19-year-old as a possible replacement for Anthony Elanga, with cash to burn after his £55 million move to Newcastle. Doak is said to be open to leaving, with Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, Brentford, PSV Eindhoven and clubs in Spain also interested. Everton have been credited as surprise suitors, though no player has moved between the two Merseyside rivals since Abel Xavier in 2002. Clearly, there is no vacancy on the right wing within Slot's Liverpool squad, with Mohamed Salah immovable after another incredible season that saw the Egyptians score 34 goals and assist 23 in 52 appearances. With Salah having signed a new 2-year contract and new signing Jeremy Frimpong also capable of playing on the right side of attack, it is hard to envisage Doak being given the game time he needs to develop. It could be argued that £25 million is low for a player of his proven quality and elite potential, and Liverpool could still look to spark a bidding war between interested clubs. They will of course be attentive to Doak's preferences, however, with a duty of care towards the Scotland international as he looks to embark on a career as a first-team regular. On paper, Forest would be an excellent choice for the teenager, though the same could be said for Bournemouth, Crystal Palace or Brentford. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.